Hey guys, and welcome to my video. In today's video, I will just be showing you 3 really quick and easy fixes you can do to your gameplay in order to carry yourself out of silver. So let's roll the intro, let's get right into the video.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.
Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to just be here, hang out, and watch my content. My name is Luke. I upload a video every Tuesday and Thursday, and this question came up in my stream yesterday. There was a guy asking on kind of like tips how to carry himself out of silver. His spray, like the spray pattern, spray control was pretty good. It was better, definitely better than mine, that's for sure. So I figured I'd just make a really quick video where I give you like 3 tips on how you can improve your gameplay that don't rely on your team, because I know silver can be like really toxic, people not really trying too hard. So this is something that you can do on your end, and it's not just like practice and practice your aim, practice your spray. Those things will definitely help. I mean, playing the game more and playing with the mindset to win, and then kind of like recap on what you did wrong maybe will always help you in the long run. But these are some like 3 really quick fixes. So I watched the guy play a little bit and see what he did maybe differently and what was wrong. So I came up with 3 things he and I think every silver could improve. And then I will also give you like a bonus tip at the end. So just make sure stick around. If you guys are new to the channel, let me know down in the comments below how you found this. Maybe you found it through my stream, mixer.com/GermanLuke. Maybe you just stumbled across it in YouTube search. Let me know. It'd be awesome to know. The first thing that can really help you in kind of like just being aware, you know? So I think it is really important, even as a silver and you're not playing super competitively, to know the map. So what I mean by know the map is like know the callouts. For example, this is Mirage, it's just a server I opened up to show you guys. But first of all, if you have a mic, make sure you use that mic. It's always helpful to have people call out where the enemy was, where they got killed from, or maybe even where the enemy went down, so you know that spot is clear or the enemy is still there. So know your callouts. For example, if you're T side and you just rushed up A ramp, you know, if you see someone standing right there, call out that there's someone CT, so that when the next person rushes out, maybe they won't because the op is holding it, or they flash it or something to not get picked by it. But call it out so that people know someone is there. Same thing, this is sandwich, jungle, connector, stairs, CT, triple, default, firebox, palace, under palace. Just as an example. I know it can be really overwhelming to learn all these callouts, because when I first looked at them, there was a lot. So what I did was I pulled up my phone, pulled a picture up on my phone of the map with the callouts labeled in it, and just placed it by my monitor. So when I was playing, every time I died, I could like take a look down on my phone what the callout was called, either call it out, or if it was too late, just know for next time. So just look at it, practice and practice. But for example, if you die, let's say mid right here, you know, and you have a teammate that is rushing up right here, it is really helpful if you just call out, I got shot from window, or I got shot from connector, or cat, or maybe even underpass, so that when your teammate runs out, he can like jiggle peek, maybe connector if the guy was there, or maybe snipers, maybe cat, you know, just so he doesn't rush out and then gets picked from the same spot. It's really good to know your callouts, because by the time you're trying to explain, or he's in that on the little ladder thing with the arch on top, your teammate already ran out here and got picked by the guy over in connector, instead of you just calling out connector. So that's the first thing. Know your map, know the callouts, so you can make them for your team, and don't be afraid to communicate. If you die from somewhere, you can also just ask your teammates, like, what is this called? And I'm sure they'd be more than happy to help you out. And over time, by practicing, you'll remember it. I would suggest doing it 1 map at a time. So pick one map, like your favorite map, and learn that map. Only play that map and just learn the callouts. And then once you have that map down, go to the other map. Once you have the first map down, it's really easy because every map has something that's called connector. So the terms are the same, they just apply to different locations, but once you have the terms down, it is really easy to pick up the other maps. I would suggest to start with Mirage, Inferno, and Dust 2. Those are the 3 most common maps I think they play in Silver. And then, I went in the order of Cache, Overpass, then Nuke, and then Train as well. And I haven't even looked at Vertigo because I don't like that map really. Now that you know the callouts, let's work a little on the crosshair placement. So for example, after you play the map a lot, you kind of know the common angles that people will be standing in, right? So you know that when you come up mid, you don't just rush out here and expose yourself to connector, to window, cat potentially. Guy could be peeking top connector, bottom connector. You want to take one angle at a time. So before you peek anything, before you rush out, just like maybe jiggle peek connector. If there's a guy there, you can see my spray is bad. You can just fight connector, and then you can take the next angle of the window. So if it's an op, he's most likely gonna sit right here, so he can have this kind of line of sight to pick you with an op. So if you jiggle peek it just with the shoulder a little bit, you know, you might not be able to see him. But if he shoots, then you could jump out, fight the guy connector if he's there, or just hide behind the boxes, you know? Kind of like force the shot out of him. But yeah, peek one angle at a time and fight one battle at a time. Comes with the callouts, comes with just overall map knowledge. You kind of know where the common spots are. For example, you come up T-ramp here, and what I mean by crosshair placement, when I go T-ram, I usually already have my crosshair either down here somewhere, if there's a guy holding it, even though it's a hard angle to get, or on stairs. So even here, I can't see anyone, I come around and then my crosshair is already there, where I only have to adjust it a little bit. Whereas if I were to come down this way and then start swinging, I'm already exposed, but it takes me like another half second or so to get the crosshair there. So you always want to come around the corners already with your crosshair like pre-aimed where the enemy could be, so you're ready to just shoot. Same here, let's say you cleared stairs, you cleared that. So now you have CT, you can decide to fight it if you like, or you can jiggle peek the guy who might be peeking under, you know? So if you know there is a guy under, since, I don't know, your teammate called it out from Palace, and you're not worrying about these because maybe your teammate has it covered, you want to swing in a way that your crosshair is always where the guy could peek, you know? You don't want to swing, you want to swing around and keep the crosshair kind of here so that whenever he does decide to peek, you just press the opposite key. I think it's called strafing, counter strafing, and start firing. You're ready for it. Instead of just coming out here, looking, maybe there's one here, one there, and then you get peeked from here. Pick a spot, and that is the spot you're deciding to peek, you know? When I go at A ramp, and if I play with the others or not, I worry about one angle. So once I clear this, maybe this, and I don't know that there's no one CT, no one triple, I only focus on this. So I peek this out, he's not peeking, okay, he's not up there, he's not firebox. You know, just take one battle at a time, instead of what I see a lot of Silvers do, is just like run out, and they just want to get into the next cover as fast as possible up here, and then they get picked from either here, 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 or they decide to just swing CT, like without looking at stairs or jungle. Same thing, when you when you jump over here and you see there's no one in jungle, maybe, you know, there's no one right here, you're not gonna peek around like this. You're not gonna swing your crosshair. There's no one there. You have your crosshair already here, so that when you come around, you're ready to just fight connector. If you know he's stairs, you can do it even more aggressively, you know, and just have your crosshair right here. So that is my tip number 2. My third tip is use your utility. It is really not that difficult to use your utility. I would recommend learning a few smokes on every map, for example, Mirage they're really easy to line up. If you're on T side, you come out here, just come where this little pixel thing is, aim about right there and just jump throw it. That smokes CT, or you can come here, throw it like this, and it smokes stairs, you know? Those are two really easy smokes that don't need a lot of lineup, but you're covered when you run out here. You cover your CT, you cover your stairs, so now you could follow up with a molly that goes like somewhere there, so that they are not able to like swing through and pick you here, you know? So let's turn this off really quick again. So use your utility, even if you're like fighting alone, or you see that maybe your teammates are just running it, you know how Silvers do it, like full send A. When you do the last, what you can do is just throw a simple flash over, and that will at least blind like the people that maybe in CT stare a lot, stare straight down here. It popped about, I think, right there. So I might flash, maybe not this guy depending on where he's looking, but maybe triple if he's not hiding there. Just use it, you know, use your utility. And it's kind of like, you know, in high school they teach you geometry. So for example, you know, like throw your molly there if you have one, just so they can, well, this went too far. You want to throw it that it lands about here if this is not smoked off. If they didn't smoke off jungle, then you want to throw a molly here. That way when stairs are smoked, they're not, if they have one on site, they could flash over and then they just peek you A-ramp, you know? So throw a molly here, so they're not picking you from there. Next thing, you know, like in high school geometry, when they showed you, you see that this is at an angle. So it will somewhat, if you bounce it here, it'll not come straight back, but it actually goes under. So you can molly out the guy under Palace. He might be able to sit in that corner with the molly right there, or he will run upstairs and your guy from Palace can pick him off. Or it will just force him straight out. So when you throw your molly, you just throw it, and then you're just ready for the guy to peek. And ideally, while he's still in the molly, you just start shooting. Okay, and then it's like a free kill. And just things like that is really easy. There's a guy right there. Just bounce the flash off there, look away. It will blind him and you get a free pick, you know? Just, if you use your utility, look at the map, like where might be a good angle to just bounce something off so you can flash a guy. And then you guys all know, left click is just like a really, really wide throw. Then we have both left and right mouse button, which is like medium. And then we have the one that's just straight in front of your feet with the right click. So I think there you can see the different ones. This is the lowest one, right click, both mouse buttons, and then this was the left mouse button. So yeah, just use your utility, force people out. If you know there's someone in that cubby right there, and this is safe, like let's say you guys have connected control, maybe there's a guy at CT but your teammate has it, there's no one right there, and you know he might be hiding there, just take like a Molotov or something and force him out, you know, just throw it, it'll force him out and you can pick him off. It is way easier than trying to swing on that guy and maybe he gets the headshot on you first and you lose that fight. Play your angles, force people out with utility instead of trying to pick the fight. So let's recap really quick. The first one, know your callouts so you can help your teammates and you understand where you're like getting shot from potentially when your teammates call something out. Do it one map at a time. Start with Mirage, Inferno, and Dust 2. Then do like Cache, Overpass, Train, Nuke, Vertigo. That's probably the way I would go. After you know your map, make sure you pre-aim certain angles where people like commonly are, you know? You know there's a guy in connector, don't swing like this, because by the time you're here, he already sees you, but your crosshair is right there, and then you have to close that gap, and he might be faster. So if he knows he's connector, just swing it like this, and you're ready to shoot. Tip 2, And the third tip, just use your utility. If this is not smoked off, like there, you know, throw a Molotov or even throw it there so that if there's a gap right here, they can't peek. There's a gap there. This way now, they might push through. Just use your utility. Try to help your teammates out. If you do flash, call out your flash so that you're not flashing your teammates, you know? Let's say you want to flash jungle, so you flash it, but your teammate is already upstairs. He might be trying to pick the fight with the guy and you full on flash him. No. So look where your teammates are. Think about a helpful flash. For example, if your guy is stuck in snipers, you can always just flash over mid. Like if he is stuck in this corner, you flash over it, pop, I think about right there, and he can jump back or he can jiggle peek out, whatever. So just use your utility, re-aim. And then my last tip, number 4, the kind of bonus one I wanted to give you is if you're really serious about CSGO and you really want to improve and you don't know how, or you don't want to hire a coach or whatever. I mean, CSGO is free to play now. It used to be $15 one-time purchase. Now it's free to play unless you want Prime, I guess. But Jordan, aka Nothing, I'm sure everyone of you has heard of him. He has a really awesome like a online course where he has like tons of videos, hours and hours, and explaining his thought process and teach you how to practice certain things. And I bought that course like several years ago. It was $10. If I can still find it, I'll link it down below. Otherwise, check out his channel. This is not a paid promotion whatsoever. It really helped me out. So I thought I'd share it. Like his course, it was awesome. He had like everything split up in sections, in the maps, like really well made. And Nothing is just really good at explaining why he does certain things. While other players are just like, well, of course you would pick Palace like this, but why? So you have a pre-aim so that you can pick the fight maybe quicker than the other guy can, you know? But yeah, Jordan is just really good at explaining it. So I would definitely recommend checking out his program. It was totally worth it. Totally. But that's it for the video, guys. I hope you learned something. I hope the question got answered. If you want to jump in my streams, I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, mixer.com/GermanLuke. Feel free to drop by. Other than that, if you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that little notification bell so you do get notified whenever I upload a video, which is Tuesdays and Thursdays. And leave a like for the YouTube algorithm. It really helps out. It really makes a difference and helps this channel grow. I hope we can all learn something from it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for taking time and supporting my content. See you next time.